To the victor, the spoils. And 2 days after the landslide election, Boris Johnson surveyed his new domains. This is Sedgefield, Tony Blair's former seat, Labour since 1935, but now Conservative blue.
And I know that people may have been breaking the voting habits of generations to vote for us. And I want the people of the North East to know that we in the Conservative Party and I will repay your trust.
Of all the stories in the 2019 election, this is perhaps the biggest. The working class communities in England's Midlands, North and in Wales who deserted Labour in droves. It's a seismic realignment of British politics for sure.
The UK is a small country, but it can still feel a long way from big, multicultural urban centres like London to the kinds of places that have just given Boris Johnson his majority. Labour still does well in liberal-minded metropolitan areas, but it's paid the price for alienating more socially conservative Brexit voters outside of the big cities.
Labour activists canvassing in such places before the election fed back grim reports. The party's muddled position on Brexit was one complaint, but perhaps a bigger one was leader Jeremy Corbyn. They didn't think he shared their values, wasn't patriotic enough, was too city-focused.
In those seats that we've lost, it's about listening to people. What was it? And I think it wasn't just Brexit. I think it's a long history of maybe 40 years of neglect and them saying to politicians, you never listened to us and you've allowed our communities to be run down in this way.
The Conservatives now have to figure out what to do with their new voters because it's not a natural alliance. The Conservatives have traditionally been the party of the landed and the rich, giving purpose back to towns devastated by the industrial collapse presided over by Conservative governments of the 1980s, maybe beyond them.
The Conservatives have not constructed a policy offer at scale that can meet the needs, hopes and dreams of the new electoral constituency. So it's a very exciting opportunity, and I think they'll be on quite a learning curve.
Jeremy Corbyn will go soon, and by January 31st, Britain will have Brexited. Then Boris Johnson will have to make good on his optimistic promises, or the new voters could easily disappear at the next election. Rory, Challands, Jazeera, London.